Hey there, and welcome to exercise number 88. If you want to solve this one on your own, then click on the link in the description. If not, keep watching and we're going to solve it together. In this one, we need to write three classes named animal, dog, and golden retriever that inherit from each other. And below, we have the instructions describing how those classes should behave. So, the first one, animal, should receive a name in its constructor and store it in a private property. Have a name getter that will return the name of the animal. Have a sleep method that will return name is sleeping. And have an eat method that will return the name of the animal followed by is eating and then nom nom. Moving on, we have the dog class that should inherit from animal. And on top of that, should have an additional prop for its constructor named breed, which will be stored in a private property. We'll have a breed getter that will return the breed of the dog. We'll have a bark method that will return name followed by woof woof. And finally, we're going to have the golden retriever class that will inherit from the dog one, and we'll have an additional guardhouse method that will return this string. Now, I know those are a lot of details, so let's look at the example below. First, I'm going to create a myCat variable that's going to be a new animal with the name Susie. Then I'm just going to console log mycat.name, it's going to print Susie. I'm going to console log mycat.sleep, and it's going to print Susie is sleeping. And I'm going to console log mycat.eat, and it's going to say Susie is eating, nom nom. Then I'm going to create a dog, and it's going to be named Pixel, and it's going to be a German Shepherd. And then I'm going to do all those console logs, and here are the expected outputs. And finally, I'm going to create a new golden retriever. I'm going to put it in a variable called golden boy, and I'm going to console log its name, sleep, eat, bark, and guardhouse. And you can see here all those function invocations, what they should print. Now that we've read the description, let's go into the right side, into the code area, and solve this exercise. Now I'm going to start with the animal class. So let's look here, and it says it will receive a name in its constructor. So I'm going to do constructor, and it's going to be a name. And it's going to store it in a private property. So I'm going to create here a private property called name, and I'm going to do this.name is name. And by the way, if you didn't know, we can have native private properties in JavaScript classes, and this is how you declare them. Next, we need to add the name getter that will return the name of the animal. So I'm going to do get name, and it's going to return this.name. Next, we have the sleep method that will return the name followed by is sleeping. So let me just copy this string, and I'm going to do sleep is going to return a string with this.name. And here I can use the getter or the private property, but I'm going to prefer to use the getter is sleeping. And finally, let's add the eat method that's going to return a string. And let me just copy it from here. I'm going to say return, and this is the string, and I'm going to do this.name is eating, nom nom. And with this, we kind of have the animal class completed. So I can just take the first part of the example here and test it. So let me put it here at the end. So I'm going to create a new animal, Susie, and we're going to print its name. We're going to print the result of making the cat sleep and then making the cat eat. So we get those strings, which looks exactly as in the example. Now, moving on, let's go to the dog class that inherits from animal. So here we're going to do extends animal. Now we're going to need to add a constructor, and we're going to get the same name as for the animal, but we're also going to get breed. And because it extends, I need to call the constructor of its parent class. So I'm going to do this.super of name. Next, looking at the description here, I see that the breed property will be stored in the breed details will be stored in a private property. So I'm going to do here a breed private property, and I'm going to do this.breed. Breed is breed. Moving on, it's going to have a breed getter. So I'm going to do get breed. It's going to return this.breed. And finally, we're going to have a bark method. So let me take its name here. And the bark method is going to return a string, which is going to be this one. Let me just do it like this. So it's going to be this.name. And again, I can get the name because I have the name on the animal class, which is the class we're extending, right? The class we're inheriting from. And then I'm going to get the name, and then I'm going to put woof woof. And with this, the dog class is kind of done. So let me just take the second part of the example, right? Go here to the end, and let's just put it here and look at the result. And it says, must call super constructor before using this in derived class constructor. Yeah, didn't I call it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's like super like this. Yeah, without this. That's funny. So now you can see we get the name, Pixel is sleeping, Pixel is eating, and then finally Pixel woof woof. So it's barking. And actually what I don't show here is getting the breed. So I can say console log dog.breed. And we should get German Shepherd. You can see it right here. And finally, we have the Golden Retriever class, which extends from the dog class. And it's going to have a constructor, and it's going to have the same name and breed because this is what the dog has. So we need to do super of name and breed, right? Because again, a Golden Retriever is a dog. So we need to put the constructor, the same properties here, the same variables, call the constructor of the parent. And on top of that is going to have a guardhouse method. So I'm going to do here guardhouse, and it's going to return this string. Let me just copy it. And again, I'm going to do this dot name. So it's going to take the name from the animal class, and we can get to it because Golden Retriever, let me make this smaller, because Golden Retriever extends dog, dog extends animal. So we have access to all of those stuff here. And with this, the Golden Retriever class should be done. So let me just take the last part of the example here. Right, let's take this one and let's look at the output. So you can see we get Goldie, this is the name, is sleeping, is eating, woof woof, and then Goldie is a Golden Retriever, thus too friendly to guard the house. Now this looks good, so let me test the solution. And, oh, correct. Did I put it here in the description? I think I forgot to put it. But it says, yeah, Golden Retriever's breed should be Golden Retriever. And now I realized it because I don't call this one with the breed. So I don't put the breed here, but we're going to hard code it here because a Golden Retriever class is always of the breed Golden Retriever. So I'm just going to copy this. Yeah, I forgot to put it in the description. I'm going to put it here, and it's going to get just the name as a constructor, and it's going to call super with name and breed. And now if I test it again, voila, it passes. Now I'm going to update the description here so you have the full description in the exercise, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!